Scaling in your business means that you have to promote and promote some more. Reaching a wide audience doesn't have to be a painful process, and we're here to help you. Sign up for your sponsor ad today. You provide the product, service, or event that you would like to promote, and we do the rest. Enter and win a sponsor slot today. It's a win-win. It's cost-effective and meets your need. For more information, email helloaudacitypodcast@gmail.com or simply send us a DM. You're listening to Hello Audacity Podcast, where we highlight audacity in business from startup to multi-level success, finance, health, wealth building, and the journey to self-discovery. The added bonus is that you get to learn from industry leaders and hear victory stories across the nation. Now that's Audacity. I'm your host, LaShaMarie. Let's get into it. Our co-host today has dominated in courtrooms, and now she's creating authority on a different stage. Emem Washington is an executive communications consultant, speechwriter, and the founder and CEO of Lead, Speak, and Impact. Through her consulting firm, Motivita, she's providing leadership trainings to corporations looking to provide strategies for their staff. She's also a 2-time TEDx presenter and strategist, best-selling author, as well as a keynote speaker. She's been on the stages of notable names like Iyanla Vanzant, Jack Canfield, and Lisa Nichols. In today's episode, we get a glimpse of what it takes to impact audiences with signature speeches that influence thought leaders and those looking for growth and abundance. So I read that, of course, me looking over everything, I know that you have a background. I want to talk about your background and your motivation to becoming a lawyer. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so my background is my family is from Nigeria in West Africa. And although I was born here in the U.S., I claim Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian American and lived in Nigeria for 5 years, ages 7 through 12, lived in England from age 4 to 7. And then the rest of my life has been here in the U.S. I come from a family, Nigerians, whatever stereotypes you may have heard, one of the stereotypes, which happens to be true, is, Nigerian parents really value education. Yes. And so there's either become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or nothing else, really.
Right. They don't play about that education.
Not at all. And so I, early on, my dad used to say, you're going to be a doctor. And so I kind of embraced that as what I was going to be. Then I get to the stage where I'm applying to medical school and I get waitlisted at 3 different programs. So I felt like my life was over. Like, what am I going to do with my life? This is all I knew that I was going to be. And so
right.
I went to grad school for a year in biology. During that time, no less than at least 7 times different what's the word I'm looking for? Nudges came to me like I should consider law. One of my professors told me, "What are you doing in this class? You need to go law school," because we kept having exchanges back and forth where I was like, but you said this, and he's like, but I said this, I meant this, and so he was different people kept saying you should go to law school, and so I looked into it, quietly took the LSAT without letting my dad know. That's the entrance exam, and then when I let my dad know, I thought he was gonna be angry, but he embraced it. And so I went to law school, loved law school. My first year, what they call AMDRTA class, I got first in one of the hardest classes and was number 3 in the class. I mean, I just loved law school, embraced it totally. And then when it came time to graduate, like I said, I didn't want to graduate, but I did. Of course, they're not going to keep you there. But I loved law school. then I get out into the real world, the practice of law. And about 3 years in, I was like, no, this ain't it.
Nah,
So yeah,
that's
that
not for me.
yeah, that's not gonna be
I
it. But
think that's what Michelle Obama said. I think that's what
listen,
she said. She said she got into it and she was like, no, this is not for me.
it's not. I can relate 100%. And you know, the interesting thing, Lachey, is that there are many lawyers. I mean, there are many lawyers that enjoy what they do, but there are many of us who are like, yeah, this is, you know, this is not it for me. This is, you know, it takes a certain personality. It takes so much. And I just felt like I wanted to use my voice in a different way. I did want to still use my voice. I still wanted to advocate for others, to help others, just like lawyers do.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to do it in a different way. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
I,
when
I could
so while I, okay, go ahead. Mhm.
I could just imagine this conversation you had with your parents, because I know how it would have been with my parents. And they would have been like, you don't want to practice who? After
Right.
how much money?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So what you gonna do?
That part. And it's not like I had some other big thing that I was moving to, you know. It's not like I was saying, okay, I'm gonna leave law and go do whatever. I'm not gonna fill in the blank. Just
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that blank. What I wanted to do was to it at that time initially was to go sing, to go write music, release the CD. And so just imagining telling my friends, my colleagues, my former classmates, my family, you just imagining telling all those people that this is what I wanted to do, that I wanted to leave certainty for uncertainty. I wanted to leave this steady check for what? So that was also part of the reason why I stayed another 15 years in that, you know, career.
And that's why I read the recording artist. So you are a singer.
Yes.
What genre?
Christian.
Christian.
Christian,
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
Christian music. It's very eclectic. So it's not like your traditional gospel. It's, yeah, like I have a song that has a rap in it. I have other, it's
Okay.
very eclectic. Yeah.
Okay. You still have a note today.
Yeah, but we're not gonna hear that note
No,
today.
no,
Listen.
no. I'm not gonna put you on the spot. I would not dare. You said don't try that with me. Not right
Not
now.
today.
I definitely understand. I used to I love singing. I used to love singing classical in high school and everything. So I definitely understand it. And every now and then I have to warm up my pipes and get on people's nerves in the car. Oh, don't take me on a road trip. A road trip? What? I'm singing Jill Scott, India Ari, a little Erica Badu. I'm singing every song. Don't go back to the 90s. Every R&B song. I got it. Word for word.
Let's go. We're gonna take a road trip.
Right? That'd be awesome. Now, where are you out of? What city are you out of?
Houston, Texas.
Houston. I love Houston. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Now, I saw some initials behind your name and I had to educate myself. LLM just means Masters of Law. Did you get your master's, your Juris Doctorate out of the country? You did?
No, I got it here. Oh. I got it here in Houston at Thurgood Marshall School of Law. But the way the legal careers work here in the US compared to other countries, you get your doctorate in law. And then if you want to go get an advanced degree, then you can get your master's. So over here, it's a doctorate. Everywhere else, it's like a bachelor.
Okay, gotcha. And then you decided not to do that, and you started to really tap into your purpose, your passion.
Yeah.
Is that how the book, your book came about? I don't have the name of the book.
The name of the book is Rise from the Shadows. So I have several books, but the first one that I wrote on my own is Rise from the Shadows. And then there was another one that I did before that called Women of Purpose. Maybe that's the one you're thinking about.
It was Rise from the Shadows. So it's your own that's the one, because the other one is a book collaboration. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes,
So I think I got the one that you wrote from your bio on your website. So tell us a little bit about that. What gave you the inspiration, and what can readers kind of learn from that book?
Yeah. So that book, I say in the book that even though I'm sharing a little bit about my story, it really isn't about me. It's about finding yourself, finding your identity in Christ. For me, it's in Christ, right? So I start off with sharing a little bit about my family moving back to the US when I was in 8th grade and being teased and called names like African booty scratcher and all the things, and how it made me really try to morph myself into somebody else. I didn't want to be, that's where you talked about one talk that you heard where I shared a little bit about my story, where I said my name is not Amy. Well, that's kind of where that book talks a little bit about that, how I came to be known as Amy instead of MM, and why I changed my name when I was in school, just because I didn't want all the attention of what kind of name is that and all those things. So really just starting with that story, and then how many of us, we spend so much time getting to know other people. We don't even spend half that time getting to know ourselves, especially if we've learned to conform, if we've learned to morph ourselves to become this chameleon type of person where you just to fit in, just to belong. And so I share about that and how to break out of that and find who you are, who you're meant to be, and how to show up authentically in the world.
Yeah. Awesome. I know you and I share that kind of thing. It's like, can you just get our name right? Just can you pronounce it right? A lot of people, some people, some I don't want to say smart people. Some people say, okay, it's Lachey. I have gotten Lasha at a certain point of my life. I just became used to them calling me Lasha or Lasha, and not correcting them until I started saying my identity is important, and you will get that right. It's one of the wonderful things when I see Sha'Carri Richardson when she does interviews, especially when she first came out. She was real particular, honey. You gonna get my name right. That's one thing we'll do. So,
yes.
so it's very important to correct people in the proper pronunciation of your name. Like, you will respect me, and part of that is saying my name right. And I understand what a lot of people go through. Even Kamala. It's like it was awesome to see her little girls on her nieces on the stage. Like, y'all gonna put some respect on my auntie's name. That's what y'all gonna do. Let's do this little exercise and we're gonna do it together.
Absolutely. I've heard people give this example, like if you can say Schwarzenegger right, you can mention Arnold Schwarzenegger's name correctly and all the other names that are difficult. You can make an effort to say my name right. And if you get it wrong, I can correct you, but at least make an attempt to say it right, or ask me, how do you pronounce it? Which I definitely appreciated you doing.
Yeah. But you know what? I wouldn't have known. I really wouldn't. But usually when I find individuals, not only am I up in your DM, I like to send my voice. It gives a personal feeling, a personal touch. It lets individuals know I'm not just some bot out here trying to get people. A lot of people, especially if they're a certain age, they could be like, who are you and where do you come from? So with just words, that you know, but when you actually sing your voice, it's a personal invitation. It's saying that I see you, I
Yes.
hear you, and I want to highlight you. So
Yeah.
that's just me. So that's good. So you got to your first book, and of course, I tell people that first book will open up other doors and avenues, and create multiple streams of revenue. And
Yeah.
is the book kind of give you now? Did you have your coaching firm before you got wrote the book?
So I did, but I was doing it part-time. I was still working my lawyer job at that time. So, and I was coaching on the side every once in a while type of thing. So I was doing that, but I hadn't fully gone into my own firm yet.
Now, before we get into the TEDx experience and talk and debut times two, let's talk about what is it?
Motivita.
Motivita, your coaching firm. Tell us what kind of services do you provide under that?
Yeah, so part of it is TEDx coaching. And actually, let me say this. I recently changed. So Motivita now is the publishing arm of my business. At first, it covered the coaching and the publishing and all the things, but now Motivita is strictly the publishing arm. And then my coaching business is under Lead, Speak, and Impact. That's the name. Lead, Speak, and Impact. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you not only offer personal or development coaching, you're also consulting with companies on giving different lectures and trainings. What kind of trainings do you do for corporations?
So I work with their leaders and their teams, and mostly leadership development. So especially with team members who are now becoming leads and becoming supervisors and moving up the management trail, helping them with leadership. But these days, so I still do that, but these days I found that I really enjoy the narrowed focus of helping leaders communicate better. So that's like that intersection of what I do as a public speaking TEDx coach and what I do as a leadership consultant, bringing those two together and just helping leaders communicate better.
Yeah, that's a needed skill. And how I understand that it's important for companies to provide these kind of trainings. I do the diversity, inclusion, and also team building exercises with corporations. Hope to do a lot more. That's where I kind of shine in. So it was a great experience when I was able to do my first one. I was dancing all over the place, and then you have that, and then it's like more, please.
Right. Absolutely more. And I know why too.
Exactly. So that's awesome, and you're also doing coaching. So those coaching for TEDx talks. So those of you, I know I'm surrounded by a lot of people that are on my page that have a go, me included, for TEDx. So getting a coach is very, very essential when you're preparing. So I want to go to that. I know that I've seen two. And I think the first one was Life Lessons My Iron Taught Me About Overcoming Adversity. That was your first one. I was like,
Correct.
Okay, I had to pay attention. I was like, how is she going to bring this analogy into full story for me with this iron? So, and then the latest one was A Better Way to Talk About Resilience. So, I enjoyed both of those, and I was like, oh wow, awesome. So how was your experience? Like, were you like when you first did it, was it like nerve-wracking?
Yeah. So I had wanted to do a TEDx talk since 2013. somebody sent me a TEDx talk, and I was like, this man's talk blew my mind. I want to be able to impact somebody else in this short amount of time like this man impacted me. And then I also thought right after that, yeah, but what do you have to say, and who wants to listen to what you have to say, and all those things that we tell ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I sat on that. I just benched that dream for another 5 years. During that time, a series of things happened. You know, I lost my mom. I went through a divorce. So different things happened where I decided that I need to, life is not going to wait for me. I need to do the things that I've wanted to do. And that's why the next thing that happened was me quitting my career as a lawyer. So I decided, okay, let's dust off this TEDx dream. Actually, the first thing I did was let's dust off this dream of writing music, putting my music out. And so I put my music out. And that gave me, it does something for you when you accomplish a goal. So the next thing I was like, okay, so what can I do? What's the next thing? So became an author. And then the next thing was, okay, this TEDx thing, let's do it. So I applied and I didn't get accepted. I applied to 2 or 3, I cannot remember, but let's say 3, and I did not get accepted. But by this time, I had experienced, like I said, the momentum of doing things and realizing that life is not going to wait for me and all those things. So I was in a better place. So even though I didn't get accepted, I went about learning what I needed to do. And so the next time I applied to a TEDx event in London. I almost didn't apply because I was like, a lot of the times they want to know what ties do you have to their city, to their state, to their country, whatever. Mm-hmm. So, but I applied. And wouldn't you know it, I got accepted. So my first TEDx talk I did in England. It was the best experience. I did it at the end of 2019. The talk came out June of 2020. We all know what was happening in 2020. Mm-hmm. People started reaching out to me when the talk came out. How did you do it? This, all the things. And so I was like, let me help you. At that time I was working as I had quit my job. So I was working as a success coach, vision coach, purpose coach, all those things, really helping women birth their vision and really live in their own identity and on purpose. So people started asking, I started helping people. And then I got one of those nudges, like, this is where I want you to go. This is where you need to be, is TEDx coaching. I was like, no, I'm enjoying this other stuff I'm doing. And the nudge kept getting stronger and stronger. So that's how I evolved to becoming a TEDx coach and really just focusing on helping people live on purpose and put their purpose messages and their visions out there in the world by virtue of the TEDx stage and other types of stages where they get to share their message.
Awesome. I know it's getting prepared for TEDx. I've heard it's a very, I shouldn't say grueling, but you want to make sure you're prepared. And a lot of people start months and months and months prior to that.
Correct.
And rehearsing and such. Oh, awesome. Good to hear your experience. I know that people are interested in knowing a little bit more. So if you need a coach, you need to contact me. She'll definitely get you prepared for the stage, the red circle.
The red circle. Some people call it the red dot, either way. Yeah, either way. I enjoy it because I get to hear people bring their brilliant ideas, and then I help them mold it for that stage and then just put it out in the world.
Yeah, awesome. I actually look at them in my spare time every now and then, but I'm a speaker, and I think that's what you're supposed to do is look at other sources, and it's like that personal development. That's a part of my personal development is to kind of watch others and kind of refine my method. So how do you connect? And I think that has been very good. A lot of times when you're studying and improving in those kind of ways, you're able to bring out some of the aspects of you that are authentic.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like you're developing your own sense of style. Like this is my signature stuff. This is not hers. This is my signature stuff. So that's what I've got. Even with doing the podcast, I think this was God. I said God was saying share your voice. So that's all I put in the book. I was like, God, I put it in the book, and he was like, no, you're not getting it. So it said, no, I need you to share your voice. I still hear that message, so I'm sure he wants me to move in another realm. But right now, I'm going to share my.
I got chills as soon as you said that. So yes, I'm in agreement that another realm is pending.
Yes. Oh my God. And while we're talking about that, is so amazing what season 3 is doing for me. It's like God is directing everyone that is coming on the show. Everyone are Christian. Everyone is a part of the kingdom. Everyone is a believer. So it's so awesome. It's like, okay, I hear you, God. I hear you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I know. It brings me great smiles and joy to be able to highlight individuals that are actually believers, that are in the kingdom, that's operating in the kingdom. So it's awesome. It's awesome. What else are you this is a little call out for me. Being a speaker, I've learned that I've tied myself to this word awesome. So I'm trying.
You're not alone. Awesome and amazing.
So
I'm there
I've
with you.
been like self-correcting every now and then. It's like, if I say that word one more time. But it's so good that I'm able to laugh about that. Yes. And I know that once you step out of the fear, once you understand the greatness within you, the skill within you, you build up your muscles. It's like, as you're stepping out, it's kind of like you being in that gym. You're gonna refine. You're gonna get more in tune to your style, and become a bigger belief in self. So I love it. That's me. Because I didn't want to be on this little camera. I was like, I love in person. Oh, just imagine I am a fireball, okay? In person, but on this screen, it was just like foreign. But I also think it was a generational kind of gap for me, because I'm not that little young Instagram girl. I'm knocking on 50. I just turned 48. So it's it was a little disconnect. And so God is really covering me in a way and saying, I've given you what you have. I need you to trust it and follow my plan, not yours.
Good. Yeah. And do it. I love the name of your show, Hello Audacity. I'm like, wow, that says it all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love it. That's that bold belief. We all have a story, and I share mine often. The grittiness of it, and the trauma, and 2-time suicide survivor. It's a lot. The list goes on and on. But when I tell you, we have a Father that will turn it around just like that.
Yes.
So it's so awesome. Now I want to know, what else is for you? What upcoming events do you have? Anything that you're putting out that we can actually invite the people to or connect them with for anything in the future? What you got going on, girl?
So I thank you for asking that. I have a masterclass, a training on how to leverage your experience and your expertise for a TEDx talk. And that's coming up on in September the 14th, September the 22nd. It's a Sunday, I believe.
Okay.
September 22nd. But I have them ready similarly. So if this airs before or after that and you're wanting them, just link up with me and I'll give you the date for the next one. I also, if for those that already know that they want to do a TEDx talk and just need help with how do I come up with my idea, because TEDx talks are about ideas. They're not really about your life story, although you will get to share your story. But when you're applying, how do you find that idea and how do you present that on the application? And all the things with from your idea to applying. I also have a couple of dates coming up in October. One is in Atlanta, October 3rd and 4th. And then in Houston, Texas, October 25th and 26th. They're 2-day intensives, and you'll leave having submitted your TEDx application to an actual TEDx event that's currently accepting applications. So all those things I have coming up, I'm very laser focused on supporting my aspiring TEDx speakers to fulfill their dream.
Awesome. Good. Definitely interesting. I think some of the people that's on the stage is just totally amazing. But I see what the benefit is. People don't understand that that's a huge benefit
for
there.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So good. Can you tell the audience where to reach you online? I know everything is going to be in the caption below, but tell them for people that are not in tune to us.
Okay. I am. You can find me at Emem Washington on all platforms. That's my name, Emem Washington, on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the things. Look for me there. My website is mmwashington.com, but also my business site, which is where I'm slowly transitioning to, leadspeakimpact.com.
Great. Thank you for being a guest today. Truly enlightening. Folks, I already said that I was going to put all of the links below. We're going to showcase how you can take part of her masterclass and the 2-day intensive. We want to have that information there. So just click it. It's below. If you're seeing this, it's already there for you to grab it. You also want to connect with her for any other coaching that you may need. The website is down there. Folks, it's been great. I think this is a perfect time for you to step out and improve. This isn't just for new people. This is for people that's already been on stage. There's always room for improvement. So coaches are out there willing to help you. So thank you, Emem, for being the guest again. You guys out there, friends, cousins, fams. Of course, be sure to click, like, share, follow, and subscribe. Of course, I told you on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, every day, walk with audacity. Bye, guys.